What's up, everybody? Welcome to Devonius' Domain Toy Review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some TVC figures that I recently got. I don't really ever do TVC reviews, I don't really like open them and do that kind of stuff. I like to keep most of my TVC on card, but these are some newer TVC figures that I thought would be kind of cool to take a look at, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So to start off, we got this new Dengar figure. I kind of have some complaints about this figure, to be honest. I think Hasbro majorly lays out on this figure in terms of paint applications. I think the armor and everything looks pretty good. There's obviously some kind of darker wash on there, but in terms of like the cloth and everything like that, like, you know, his jumpsuit that he wears underneath the armor, I think they majorly lays out. The previous TVC release of this Dengar looked way better, in my opinion, and it was kind of a definitive TVC Dengar, 3.75 Dengar going forward. And for me, this is just kind of a step back. It's not a progression. There's no new molds here. They've got the, you know, the Han gun, and they've got this rifle. There's no washer, any paints really on this rifle. It's just a stark black. And yeah, the jumpsuit's not painted. I think that's really lame. I think that's a step back in terms of quality from the original TVC Dengar. It's got a beautiful card back though. I think this looks really great and shows you what you're missing out on in terms of darker washes on his like bandaged jumpsuit look. Really a shame. If I ever open this figure though, I mean, I can obviously add my own wash to it. I also have an open 3.75 Dengar that I kind of prefer in my collection anyway. I can keep this one on card. But even that one, from all those years ago, came out when I was a kid, just in terms of look, not in terms of articulation, but in terms of like cosmetics, looks better than this one, which is kind of a shame. I feel like if you're gonna like repackage old TVC figures, you know, re-release them, even with like a new card back or something, you should still put in the quality that the previous release had. So not doing that definitely shows and is definitely lazy. So Hasbro, get that shit together. Honestly, I bought this because I wanted a cool 3.75 Dengar, and I got that, but it's definitely not all that it could be, which is a little bit disappointing. Also, I got this in the mail with the Dengar. This is the Ponda Baba figure from A New Hope. I love this card back. It's got a great card back. It looks awesome. Great image. And this is a re-release of the 3.75 Black Series Ponda Baba. And it's pretty cool for what it is. I mean, this looks pretty accurate to that version of that Ponda Baba. I have that Ponda Baba. Well, I had that Ponda Baba. You know, he's got the replaceable hands, and, you know, kind of like the more walrus man, like, I don't even really know what you would call those kinds of hands, but the original hands that he was supposed to have before reshoots happened, and they had to replace his hands out with the Wolfman hands that they had on set. Comes with a little cantina cup, comes with his pistol. This is not a bad figure by any means. I mean, again, this is kind of the same with Dengar, not the best 3.75 interpretation that we could have, but definitely the best that we have currently, because they just refuse to do a new mold of him for whatever reason. Like, they could even minimize kind of what they do with the Black Series figures in 6-inch form to the 3.75, and I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do that here. I mean, not really. It's Hasbro we're talking about. They love to reuse molds, but yeah, this could have been better. They definitely could have redone this with a new mold, you know, making the head a little bit bigger, giving some better Ponda Baba live action representation with this figure. I honestly think if they could have just done something with the head just to make that a little bit better, that would have made this release just a little bit more superior. This same mold came out in TVC a while ago, like many years ago, had a different card back, but this looks really nice. I wanted to get this because I don't have this figure anymore. It looks great in the packaging with the yellow colored backing, with the yellow colored pill right there, name pill. Card back looks great. Looking at the back here, that looks pretty cool. It's altogether a pretty cool figure. It's just, you know, they definitely could have sprung for a newer mold. Interesting, on the back of the card here, you can see he has his silver pistol rather than the more grayish metallic pistol that he has here. Possibly just a prototype or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Not that that bothers me. I'm not like, oh my fucking god, get your fucking colors right. I actually think it's kind of cool when toy lines do stuff like that, like have differently pictured figures, because it's like, oh cool, that's kind of like, that must have been like the prototype or whatever. So it's interesting, definitely cool. With the amputated arm getting cut off by Obi-Wan, that's a pretty cool add-on to me, honestly, if you ask me. Hasbro was kind of cooking with this figure originally. It does need an improvement, but I did get it because I love the character, I love the look of it, and this card back is beautiful. This is a pretty good figure too. I mean, I'm definitely not shitting on it. It's better than Dengar in terms of reuse. I mean, they're giving you all that you can get from that original release, so really can't complain too much. And the final TVC figure I wanted to show off, I actually got this at Target. This is the Star Wars TVC Andor Dedramiro. Cool figure. Pretty awesome likeness for the most part. Good sculpt. I like that they included a blaster because they totally didn't need to do that, but it's cool that they did. I like this card back quite a bit. The blue and everything, and then back here you can kind of see the Imperial wall paneling, which I think is really cool. The Andor logo just looks great up there, so that's awesome. Got her shooting away here on the back of the packaging. Really, really cool. I actually just watched, I know it's taking me forever to kind of get around to it, but I just watched episode 8 of Andor Season 2, and that kind of destroyed me, honestly. It was just fucked up. It was really sad. It's sad, to think that shit like that could happen right now in America, so we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about toys, so, Andor. Pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome figure of Dedramiro. Just had to get this because it's such an important character to the show, and I think this is a great representation. 3.75. I don't want to get like a Black Series figure of this character necessarily. I just don't really feel like it really works with my Black Series collection currently, but I like this. I like this a lot. Hope you enjoyed this video. Me kind of not reviewing, but kind of taking a look at my new Star Wars TVC 3.75 figures. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more in Devonius.